I don't wanna. There we go. Gourmet spicy. They get, well, ready rolls. You know, we can try both at the same time review. I'm not. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Precious, and I kind of post lifestyle, food related content, inspirational content on my page now. But I actually wanted to talk about something really exciting, at least I think it is. Yesterday, I had a culinary class about Korean food, and that's interesting to me because I think before that class I really couldn't identify what Korean food even was. Like when I think of other Asian cuisines of like Thai food or Japanese or Chinese food, I kind of have a general idea of like some main staple dishes and then kind of can understand. Of course, like I would need to study and involve myself a lot more to know like the depths, but I kind of generally understand like what those kind of plates entail. But like Korean food, I was just kind of like, I don't really know what to expect, but I love it. I think it's kind of on the top choices of like Asian food now. At first I thought I was like pretty hardcore into like Japanese and like Thai food, but I realized in Japanese food I don't actually care for raw fish and seafood as much as I guess most people do. Like when it comes to sushi, it's not that I don't like it, it's more that like if I never had to eat it, I kind of wouldn't mind, you know? Like people usually order like those huge platters of like sushi and I can have like 5 pieces and like be content, you know? So granted, you know, I love like noodles and like rice and like the flavors of just Asian food as a whole, but I found that Korean food is just fantastic. Like the only connotations that I had before is like those Korean barbecues that are popular in the US where you pay maybe like $20 to $30 and then you have this grill and then there's like fresh cuts of meat, whether it's chicken or pork belly or other animal cuts, and you kind of just grill live. I thought that was so cool. But for me, like I never really got like the value out of it because I could never eat as much as like my college friends and guy counterparts who would just enjoy like a full meal to get really full and happy. So I'm kind of excited because when I learn about like a new culture, I kind of really want to dive deep and like really understand like main dishes and the food and just practice different techniques. So I went to a Korean grocery store today and I am doing a little Korean grocery shopping haul. I've never done something like this on my channel, but I'm just so excited to kind of just share all the different ingredients and things that I got, and then we can maybe just cook together and try out some new recipes. But let's see. I think this is so cool because anyone who lives in Spain or in Barcelona, you kind of know that finding international food is really difficult. Like just for this Korean market to have basic things like say like soy sauce or sesame oil or fish sauce or something like that took 30 minutes from where I live, which is like not outlandish, but when you come from the US, you're kind of used to having just, I think the beautiful thing about the US is there's like a modge podge of like all types of people, so it's expected to have all kinds of restaurants, international restaurants, and having international ingredients in a grocery store. That's just really common because, you know, we're just a mixture of everybody here in the US. But in Spain, you know, like people are Spaniards, so there's only Spanish food everywhere, and then to find like hidden international places is a little bit hard and far in between. Like the typical grocery store has the soy sauce, like, and it's only like this big and it's maybe like 10 euro, like it's something really, really expensive. But I'm excited to do this haul. And something that I learned yesterday is a lot of those common ramen packages that we all love in the US that are so cheap and so great, like that actually comes from Korea, like it's processed in Korea. That's what my teacher told me, so I hope I'm right on that. But anyway, of course, I picked up some Korean ramen while I was there. This one is cheese and hot chicken flavored ramen. I don't know, it sounded really different. I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting. I wanted to try a new flavor, so there's this one. And then of course I'm like, okay, let me bring the heat and try Sheen ramen noodle, and this is gourmet spicy. so I got this one as well. And then I wanted to see how hot I can go, and this is 2 times spicy hot chicken flavor ramen, and it has like bombs and stuff all over it. I'm like, maybe I should eat this one live to see how my face like blows up, but I'm kind of excited. I haven't had anything spicy in a really long time. Like, another thing in Spanish culture is like, to find anything spicy is, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but for every 20 stores you ask or check for like a jalapeno or a cayenne pepper, you'll have like one. Maybe you have to go to like a specialty market to find anything spicy. Or like when you go to a restaurant and you ask, hey, do you have anything spicy, or if you have any spicy sauce, 25% of the time they'll be like, yeah, I have a spicy sauce. And then it'll be like, oh, what's like an equivalent of something that's spicy but it's like really not spicy at all? I guess it would be the equivalent of like a very, very, very muted, like as if like ketchup had like a dab of hot sauce, and then they're like, oh, it's so spicy. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is not spicy, but like, thank you for trying, you know? So anytime I find anything spicy, I'm like, okay, let me try it out. Another thing that I got is this Korean crispy seaweed. So yesterday we had this dish. I got this because yesterday we had this dish where she made these cute little rice balls, and then she used like a crispy seaweed. I don't know if she crisped it herself, and then she put like sesame seeds in it, and it kind of looked like this. So I'm like, okay, well, let me try to recreate that dish that she made. And I don't know, it was so delicious. And of course it had the gochujang sauce with it as well. It's so funny, at my old work, I used to work at a winery, and we had a couple of Korean dishes. First off, this winery, like, it's Cooper's Hawk Winery. If you're in the US, you probably have heard of it. But the menu is so intense because the menu is solely based off of like the founders like travel. So we have like the weirdest stuff on our menu, like Korean, Indian, American / like you can get a spring roll, but then you can also get like a hamburger. Like, it's bizarre. So anyway, the reason why I said that is because like we had this gochujang, now I don't know how to say it, but we used to joke around because like that popular song Gucci Gang by, I can't remember who now, came out, and so, but it goes like Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, something something, bought a new chain. I don't know, I can't remember. Maybe I'll play it like here for like a couple of seconds. Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their ass on new chain. But anyway, so now anytime I go to like an Asian restaurant or a Korean restaurant particularly, and then even yesterday, I'm like, how, like, I know this sauce, but like, how is it pronounced again? Gochujang, yeah, something like that. Anyway, that sauce is fantastic. It's like the perfect balance of like, if you like that miso savoriness, it gives you like the umami, and then it also gives you spicy, and then it also gives you like a little bit of sweet. So it gives you the perfect melody of like flavors. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really excited about like my Korean transition. At least I'm gonna try a bunch of recipes all throughout the rest of April to see what I can create. But also I got a soy sauce, and there's so many different types. I got the medium flavored one, and I was asking the lady at the store, and she said the main difference in the soy sauces is like a solidity level of like saltiness, but also the middle one, like I grabbed the middle one, and she said it was like a little bit sweet as well. And so I'm like, okay, well, Korean soy sauce, we have to try it. We have to be on trend. And the common one that you see in the US that starts with a K, that's Japanese. I have it somewhere. Okay, yeah. Kikomen. This is like super common in the US. This apparently is a Japanese brand, and I didn't know that. And this is the bottle I was talking about. This was like 10 euro. It was so expensive. But yeah, anything I can write, a good rule of thumb is anything you recognize from the US here is gonna be like double the price, like easily. Whether that be maple syrup or whatever, or ketchup, like Heinz ketchup, Heinz mayo, Heinz anything. Cheeto brand, Oreo brand is like double, triple the price. But yeah, okay, yeah, this is Japanese, and I didn't know that, so I was like, oh, okay, well, now maybe I can try both and have like a soy sauce testing. I also got some chopsticks because I didn't have any here. I used to have some at my old home, but I didn't have any. And a fun fact that I learned yesterday as well is that you can also tell the country's food by their eating utensils. And so you'll see like Japanese or Chinese use wooden chopsticks, but apparently they're changing and evolving to something different. But Korean has always used metal or metallic chopsticks, and they're the only country that uses that. So I'm like, okay, metal ones it is for the culture. I'm excited to try them out. Another thing is I found these red chili flakes. It's so great because my family, like, they definitely know, but I put red chili flakes on everything. It does not matter what I'm eating, it's chili flakes always. And so I found a huge jar, which is so random, and it wasn't that expensive, like, or wasn't even expensive at all. I think it was like €2 or €3 or like $2.50 or something like that, because I have like one that I got from the Boqueria, like, which is a huge market here. Oh my gosh, and it was so expensive, and I got this tiny little packet. I want to say it was like €4, but when it's so small, it's like €4 for a spice. It's kind of a lot because that translates to maybe like $5.20 or something dollars. So that's a lot. But yeah, I'm excited I got this as well. Oh, I got fish sauce because I don't have any. I feel like sometimes I need to slowly build my because like when you cook Asian food, I feel like you need your own like cabinet just for all their ingredients because they just have different tastes. Like it's not like the same as like French cuisine, you know, like you need mirin or like you need their white wine vinegar and like, you know, fish sauce and oyster sauce and all these things. But slowly I will build my collection. I think right now all I have is like sesame oil and soy sauce variations. But yeah, fish sauce. I also got, this is new because I wanted to try some new things as well that I haven't had before. Just to play around with it. So I got this spicy bulgogi sauce. It says that it's for pork. It sounds a little bit familiar. Can you like, there we go. It says that it's for pork, but I'm trying to like not eat meat or at least buy it, and even fish too. Like our food system is so corrupt, it makes eating really sad. So yeah, I will try it with like vegetables or other things, or maybe on the rare occasion, like just for the culture, I'll try a pork belly or something, like a little bit, and try it with this sauce. But it seems really good. And lastly, oh, just kidding, not lastly, but let me see. Oh, I also got some soba noodles. I heard they're really good, and I will try, if I remember, to link a guy up here. There's this Japanese guy I follow who makes the most beautiful soba noodles, and he like cuts them really finely, and I don't know, everything he does on his channel is super aesthetic. So I'll try to leave it up here if I remember. But yeah, soba noodles, I thought that would be so delicious. I think that's the recipe I'm gonna make tonight. I'm gonna try to make a soup with this. And then I also got some dried shiitake mushrooms. I think it would be so good for a soup. And then also I got some seaweed. I honestly, because I don't know anything really much about it. It's otogi seaweed. I don't know. Usually I get like dashi. That's what I've used before, but heck, I'm up for trying new types of seaweed. And I also got, oh, it's not here. I will be right back. Okay, I also got, because I stuck it in my fridge, I also got Korean gochujang sauce, red pepper paste. You can focus? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and this looked so good. I just love this sauce. It's perfect. And then of course I got the regular just soybean paste miso. I think it's just great. Like this is probably my favorite soup. Like it's so simple. All you need is a little bit maybe of seaweed, some tofu if you have it, some green onion, and then literally a little bit of this and some hot water, and it makes the most amazing, savory, life-fulfilling soup that you'll ever need. Okay, and then lastly, as like a treat and just to try some, you know, like different types of alcohol, I guess, besides wine. This is 13% alcohol by volume. I got Jinro, and it's grapefruit flavored, so I will try it. It's a product of Korea. It looks so good. I honestly don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to taste like a sake or what. Maybe I should Let me look it up and see what it's supposed to taste like. Okay, so apparently this, for those who don't know, because I didn't, it's called soju. It's a Korean beverage, like I mentioned. It is distilled, kind of like a vodka, but it has half the amount of alcohol. Yeah, so let's try it. Why not? I have a little glass here. It's starting to get a little dark. ASMR. Oh, I watched a TikToker open one of these actually, and he said that he had a game where you go like this, and whoever flicks it off, they get to have the first shot. So let's try it. This is just me. I guess I'll be the one flicking it. Half of it came off, okay. Gosh, she made it look so easy. Oh, no, it's still there. Okay, success. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's grapefruit, it smells delicious, okay? So maybe a shot is like, I just wanna try it. I don't wanna like get toasted here. That's a little problematic. That's so yummy. It tastes like juice. It literally, wow. That's so good. Doesn't taste like anything. So if I recommend this, like for I know that some people don't like the flavor, the burning of alcohol or anything like that, or the like, I call it the taking your hair off your chest, like that. That's what I usually call it when you're like, yeah. But I recommend this if you struggle with that, or you don't like the flavor of whiskey, or you want a nice cocktail mixer or something. That is fantastic. It literally tastes like a sparkling grapefruit water, you know, like that, a juice or something like that. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys, except for I want to try to make a recipe and try to make some noodles. I got something really cool today. I was thinking about it because my room has this huge table and a lot of light, and in my kitchen I don't really like filming in there because it's so dark that it makes everything look kind of like weird. And so maybe I'll have like a cooking station here and we can do some tutorials. But look what I picked up today. It was such a random find. I was at this like antique store just walking around, and I'm like, I wonder if they have, you know, like one of those flames, those inductor flames or gas or something that you can just pop right here and I can like do a cooking tutorial. And they did. And it's so old, but it's brand new and it works perfectly because we tested it. It's like from 2008, but look how cool this is. It's like a little gas stovetop that I can just have here and we can cook together. But yeah, like let's get into it. Let's get into this. Hi everybody. Okay, it took me a little minute to set up, but how cool is this? This is like the best $15 I have ever bought. It is kind of weird to cook sitting down, but I wanted to be in frame and to just show you guys what I'm working with. So I decided to go with the soba noodles, and I found a recipe online, and I think it's just gonna be a like fried noodle sort of situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my water heated up. So I have water boiling here. I'm going to go ahead and peel some garlic. Okay, once you have your garlic peeled, I'm using like 3 pieces. Also, it looks like the water is boiling and ready. So it says that for the soba noodles that you need to cook them for like 3 to 5 minutes. I'm only gonna serve myself like a bundle, it says. That's really efficient. Look, they have the serving sizes already in a little thingy. Oh! Okay, I'm a little clumsy, so let's probably need some salt. Okay, so salt your water, my noodles, if I don't drop them all on the floor. Okay, so maybe I should be a little careful. First time for everything. Okay, let's try it again. I don't know, it feels pretty ready. So I have a bowl. I'm gonna try to, okay, my chopstick skills are so. Strain my little noodles. Can you guys see? Well enough. They smell really good. They smell like crazy good. Do you guys wanna see? Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Okay, so I'm gonna put this off to the side. Now I'm gonna get some of the sauce ready. I'm gonna set the garlic in the pan, a little bit of olive oil, just a tad so it doesn't stick. How fun, you can probably hear the sizzle. I threw in the onions once the garlic started to brown a little bit, and now I'm gonna peel and prep my carrots to go in as well. So it's turning out pretty good. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit. I don't know if you can see. I added some carrots. And I added a little bit of the soy sauce. Next, I'm going to add a splash of the sesame oil. Just a little. Because I feel like it adds really good flavor, but if you add too much, then it takes over all of the flavor. In fact, I'm gonna add just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna mix it up. Everything looks so good. I'm gonna add an egg and just crack it in. I'm gonna turn down the heat a little because I don't want it to go ham or anything. I'm gonna mix it around a little bit to incorporate it in the vegetables. Once my egg is all fried in the vegetables, I wonder if I can show you. Like this. I will now add the noodles from earlier, and I will add it in with a little bit more soy sauce and the chili flakes. Look at this pigment. Ooh, yeah. Look how rich that pigment is. Okay, so the noodles are frying a little bit. Let me just shake them around. I'm going to add a decent amount of this, maybe like a pinch like this. Maybe a little bit more. Oh my gosh, it looks so delicious. Wow. How exciting. Okay. So I think we're coming towards the end. Wow, it got kind of late already. Here are the noodles. They turned out so great. I'm excited to eat them. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's very different than what I normally do, but I'm kind of excited. I've always wanted to cook a little bit more, and I'm in my element a little bit. Maybe more Korean inspired dishes, or if you have any recipes, please leave them in the comments below. Or if you have some suggestions, if you have a Korean background or you know a lot about Korean food and recipes you want me to try out, let me know. But I'm so excited to try this. You guys can watch my live review. I'm not the best chopstick user, so don't come for me, but I can pick up a little bit. It's pretty good. It's just like crazy good. Soba noodles, I don't think I'm familiar with the flavor, but it's like they have flavor of their own. It's like, oh, good. You guys have to try this and let me know if you do. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day, week, whatever. Bye, guys.